You shall never be a true believer until you love for your brother what you love for yourself. That doesn't mean that if I have a fine car, you come and say, brother, can you give me this car? Love it for me. That's not what that means. Some people are like that. You should not have Gucci. Say, I am your Muslim brother. I love this shoe. So you can take it and give it to them. That's not what I'm saying. But you don't dislike it when they have it if you don't. You don't get hasad, enmity in you because your neighbor or your stepbrother, did you hear me? Your stepbrother or your cousin has something that you don't have. So Allah described the believer. He said, إِنَّمَا الْمُؤْمِنُونَ الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا بِاللَّهِ وَرَسُولِهِ. The believer is the one that believes in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and his messenger. ثُمَّ لَمْ يَرْتَابُوا. And he has no doubt in his mind. No doubt. The believer does not have doubt in Allah. He knows that when something befalls him, anything that befalls him is coming from Allah. He is not going to question anyone. His kids start dying. He did not say, what is going on? Why my kids are the only one dying? He doesn't go and look to Juju. He doesn't go to Alpha. He doesn't go to anyone to go look what is happening with his business. He leaves it in the hands of Allah. He is the one that will say that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned in Surah At-Tawbah when Allah said, لَن يُصِيبَنَا إِلَّا مَا كَتَبَ اللَّهُ لَنَا هُوَ مَوْلَانَا فَنِعْمَ الْمَوْلَى وَنِعْمَ النَّصِيرُ. The believer is the one, when something befall them, they will not turn to anyone. They will say, this is coming from Allah, and Allah is the one that will protect me, and He's the one that is going to help me. That is the believer. Lam yartabu. They have no doubt in them. Their iman does not waver, that doesn't shake and doesn't move. Allah is describing a believer. Lam yartabu, no doubt. وَجَاهَدُوا بِأَمْوَالِهِمْ وَأَنفُسِهِمْ. And they strive in the path of Allah with what? Allah starts with what? Their money. Allah did not start with the health. Allah said with their money. بِأَمْوَالِهِمْ. With their money, their properties. They strive in the path of Allah with their properties. How many of us will strive with our properties? How many of us? You go to the masajid, they've been collecting money since 1989. They've been collecting money to build a masjid where you've been praying for since 1989. Brother, you have it. You've saved $100,000. You've saved 1 million. You have boutiques and stores everywhere. But you go every time they say contribute, you give what? $5, $10. You cannot say here from my zakat, I have $100,000. I am taking 10,000 here to the masjid. You say, I can't do this. So, but your daughter, you buy them a car that costs $5,000 when they are 16. And you will take your daughter to prom. You buy them clothes that cost $500 that is more expensive than your wedding gown. Most of us, that's what we're doing today, you know. We buy prom clothes that is more expensive than your